Remco Evenepoel attacks this 34-kilometer long TT. He and every other rider in this race have said, I'm not here in good shape, I'll see how it goes. Well, there's no hiding in a 40-plus minute TT, especially one with as many hills and rolling terrain and a bad road surface as this. We were sure to have a big shake-up amongst the GC contenders, but before they went, right at the start of the day, Josh Tarling went, and he was one of the big favourite for this TT. And again, like when Ganna goes early, midway through the stage races, we don't know how good his times are at the intermediates. He's also not got the eye flappy things on the casque helmet. We'll see C-Rod has them on later. So we just have to take your word for it, Josh Tarling, that it was a good time. It looked like a good time, nearly 50 kilometres an hour on such a rolly course, but he had to park himself there for a long time in that hot seat. And when, riders like Pollitt went, we're like, 2 minutes just about after 30 minutes of racing, and Pollitt looked like he was trying, so that looked like a pretty good time from Tarling. It was only when Remco Evenepoel set off that we were really going to know how good is that time from Tarling. What shape is Remco in? And that road surface, you see Remco's looking down, he's looking at his chain, or I don't know what gear he's in, or I don't know if he was shifting. I doubt he ever shifted out of the big ring. Probably he's running one by. And here at Intermediate 1, we got our answer. Remco is moving on the faster 56k an hour section, 2 seconds ahead of Josh Tarling. And you can see this rolling terrain, like up there, and then some flatter sections. Then there's some short descents, some good road surface, some bad with some patches on it. Not too hot conditions, thankfully. Pretty good conditions overall for the TT. But at T2, Evenepoel has lost 3 seconds to Tarling between T1 and T2 in what was the slower section, the 47km/h section. So how would this end up? But there are other riders on the course too. Neilson Powless, if you're under a minute behind Tarling at T2, you're doing a very good job. And he was 50 seconds behind, and he set a very, very good time. The EF Education Easy Post GC leader, well into the top 5 in this TT. Carlos Rodriguez, he does have the eye flap things on, so it must be whatever suits the rider, I guess. And not the best parkour in terms of a TT for him, like big ring, false flat uphill climbs like this where you want to have a bit more oomph, or be a super aero rider like Remco, and you see his head bobbling everywhere with the road surface up and down as they keep hitting bumps. But 1 minute behind at T2 and 1:41 behind at the finish, a serviceable effort, a good effort, I would say. Ayuso, winner of the Trento Adriatico flat TT, winner of Swiss or Romandy TTs last year, he's 58 seconds back at T2 behind Tarling, and he actually loses even more time to the finish. Maybe not his best TT, Juan Ayuso, around Gegenhardt, and maybe 13-14 seconds quicker than Rodriguez. The 2 men in yellow from North America getting ready to go, though. Matteo Jorgenson, he also thinks he had a chain issue as he rolled off the ramp. He looked down at it there, and here you see some parts are freewheeling. No point pedaling at 75 k's an hour into this corner on these bigger roads. 24 seconds back at T1. It could go either way from here. If you keep losing, it's going to be a bad result, but if you keep it steady, you're going to end up with a really, really good time. And it seemed that Jorgensen was setting a good time, in fact, around the same as Powless at T2 and under that magical minute behind Tarling. But how would Primoz Roglic fare? Crashed yesterday on his back. It looked like he didn't have any road rash, anything like that. And at T1, already 26 seconds back, he was 8th at T1, but that was the faster section, the 56k an hour an average section, and from T1 to T2, Roglic was 3rd fastest around the same time as Tarling and Evenepoel. He only lost 3 to 5 seconds to both of them, and he was clearly showing that he was going to be the best of the other GC contenders outside of this man. Remco Evenepoel, we're doing the quick maths. Okay, he's got 1 minute and 40 seconds to catch up to Tarling with 1k to go, and he had more than enough time in hand. The Aero Bullet comes down from Sierra Nevada and gets the job done in the TT, beating Tarling by 17 seconds. after probably an interminable wait in the hot seat. And Jorgenson and Roglic, they weren't going to trouble the scorers for first, but these are important kilometers for them to set their time for GC. Jorgenson finished well, ending up 4th on the stage, one of his better TTs, but Roglic, super finish. His second half of this TT was outstanding and seemed to back up well from the crash yesterday. So no shame in being just behind Tarling and 40 seconds behind the world champ. He's wearing those rainbow bands for the reason he nods. Yeah, this is my race. It's my TT. Let's go, Remco, Evenepoel. Derek G, also a good performance in 6th on the TT as well. But Remco wins 17 seconds ahead of Tarling, then Roglic, Jorgenson, Lascano, G. Paulus, Amaury, Juan Ayuso, and Teo Gegenhardt rounding out the top 10. Let's see what Remco had to say after the stage.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very proud and happy, and also my the team around me, my family, the staff members, they can really be proud of all their work, all the support they gave me. It's been quite a long way, 3 weeks, almost no bike, then only 4 weeks of training, and then being on this level already is a good sign towards the Tour and also in my preparation. So yeah, I can only be happy and proud of what I did today, and now we focus day by day, and we will see how it will end in this beautiful race.
Just a word on your equipment today. You had a new helmet. In what way does it help you?
Yeah, exactly. I think it was a very nice present from Specialized, a new bike, a new helmet. So yeah, I think it gave me an extra push. It gave me some extra power, as well as the TT suit. I think we try to optimize all the material that I'm using to try and win the TTs on this very high level. If you have guys like Tarling, Ghana, Roglic to beat, it's your material needs to be on top. So it's not only the legs but also the details of the equipment. So yeah, a lot of credits to my sponsors as well to bring me the best material that helped me to win the race. So yeah, we're on a good way, but still a long way to go.
In terms of GC, Remco's got a pretty nice lead of over a minute on everyone not named Primoz Roglic, who he's got half a minute on, but man, there are some difficult mountain stages to come. This was a very, very long time trial, don't get me wrong, for a 1 week stage race. But we got 3 hard mountaintop finishes coming up on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can't wait for them. Who do you think will win GC? Will Remco hold on? Will Roglic win? Is it going to be one of the outsiders? I'll see you with a recap tomorrow. Ciao.